Welcome guys to another video. I'm gonna do a second part to my Justice League versus Avengers. Hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah, about the second part, and I want to on this part I'm gonna include the characters I did not use that are definitely in the Justice League and have been a great influence on each side, and are really love that have been really part of the team. And let's see how this goes. So for the DC side, I included the 5 characters for each side that I did not use, and the characters I did not use were Hawkgirl, Lobo, Martian Manhunter, Atom, and Green Arrow. That's the DC side, and as you can see, those are pretty much the top favorite, the next favorites of the Justice League, and I added them all. And I had to put Lobo for a matchup because there's no really other that could go against the one of the Avengers, and I want to keep it as even as possible. The Avengers were Spider-Man, Wolverine, Giant Man, Wasp, and Black Panther. These are kind of the ones that I took out of the match. Now adding those guys up, I put them in matchups. It's kind of a little bit random, but a couple of them I had to put them with this person. Hawkgirl versus Spider-Man. Wanted these two to fight because they're most. I'm guessing they're most likely gonna fight in this matchup. But I might be wrong that Hawkgirl could actually go against Wolverine or something like that. But I want to keep it at Hawkgirl versus Spider-Man because out of those guys, they're the most likely ones. Now, this fight's really gonna be not that hard for a couple reasons. Hawkgirl's way stronger. I know that. Way stronger, can fly. Her wings actually give her strength when she's wrapped around. She can break those with her wings. She has a mace, pretty much indestructible mace. She actually, when she hits people, hard floors, hard walls, it comes with a little electricity or power with it. And yeah, but Spider-Man does have the case of having faster speed, being more agile, and kind of taking and he's kind of gotten used to characters where they could fly. But she's kind of different. It's kind of a wing type thing. But in this one, I have to. It's really hard because if Hawkgirl just gets one hit on Spider-Man, I think he would be bleeding already. And movie-wise also, if Spider-Man does not wrap her with his spiderwebs thoroughly, with like a lot of layers of it, Spider-Man can't win. He needs to do that against Hawkgirl just to stop her, and that's it. That's the end of Spider-Man. I mean the end of Hawkgirl if she gets wrapped that a lot. So and yeah, now the next matchup is Lobo versus Wolverine. Lobo versus Wolverine, they are the two same type of characters pretty much, except they have a different story than they have a different story from each other. One is kind of like an undead guy, an immortal, basically. He cannot die. No matter what you do, he comes back from a drop of blood, a puddle, whatever. He cannot go to hell. He got kicked out of there. He can't go to heaven. He got kicked out of there. He can't go to anywhere. He's stuck on Earth, which is pretty cool. Wolverine is also cool. He got adamantium, bones, claws, healing factor. Their healing factor, in fact, are pretty much the same. And I think this is gonna be a long fight because we know which one's stronger, and Lobo is stronger, although Wolverine has to carry his own bones and stuff, which takes a lot of strength. But Lobo is kind of like the strength of Superman and all those big guys, basically, and that's really hard. Including that one of his comics, he's getting beat up by strong men, and he's getting his butt handed to him. So that's really big. Next is Martian Manhunter versus Giant Man. This is kind of no-brainer, but he's pretty much the only one who could go in bigger size, so I'm gonna have to give that to Martian Manhunter because he's way stronger. Even though Giant Man is stronger than a regular human, he only has a human strength, which is only been enhanced to a limit, because as he gets big, there's always a limit. He's only getting bigger. And Martian Manhunter could do so many things. He could turn into metal. He could read minds. He can shoot lasers. He could do almost everything Superman can do. His only weakness is fire, but which will not be figured out until a while. So have to give that to Martian Manhunter. Atom versus Wasp. This is kind of a little bit more fair. Atom's a little bit stronger, definitely. Wasp kind of has the advantage of projectiles. And then Spice being who's smarter. Atom's beyond way smarter. He's been pretty big around the team, and this is actually really hard. Really hard, and I don't know what to think about this one, because there's even a picture on the bottom right here, on the bottom between Captain America and Batman. The thing is, they're both kind of evenly matched. They're kind of I think it's a draw right there. Because even though Wasp has projectiles, but she has wings that she needs to fly with. And if it came to a floor, ground fight, Atom would definitely beat her, and yeah, I think I'm gonna keep that as a draw, because even Atom, I want him to win so much, way more, because Wasp is weaker, and she only has projectiles to save her, and I think it's a draw anyway, because she could fly, and it's really hard for Atom to fight someone like that. Okay, now to the last matchup. Green Arrow versus Black Panther. This is actually a tricky one, because I have to put in the card that Black Panther is a way better fighter, probably than Green Arrow. Even though Green Arrow had Black Canary, and a lot more other teachers, like to finally get that martial arts in him. He Black Panther is really good in the wild, but I don't think there's not many people that is good as Green Arrow in the wilderness, because he pretty much had to stay in the wilderness. So he kind of trained physically, mentally in the forest. So I think Arrow goes through experience in a environment, in a more jungle environment than actually Black Panther pretty much lives around a jungle. So but I never seen him like work really hard in the jungle. Is the thing, like see him jumping off trees, practicing with his bow and arrow, stuff like that. So I have to but long range, I think Green Arrow has that so much. So it's just actually depends that what Green Arrow has for Black Panther, because I don't know what he would really have on this. He probably would use the jungle to his advantage, but also Black Panther would use it to his advantage. Both of these guys will use it to their advantage. So I have to fighting intelligence experience. I have to give it to Black Panther on that one, because he seems more ready for this type of fight. But if Green Arrow is willing to go hardcore in this fight with the jungle, like using the actual jungle with traps and stuff, and actually being like an Indian in the jungle, like using traps, using the environment to his advantage, I could give Green Arrow that one. But right now, Black Panther, if it's near his area, if it's at his area, which will probably be the result, it wouldn't be in Green Arrow's island, most likely. If it's, I think Black Panther would win. It's really hard to tell. You're talking about a guy that has worked his butt off and physically, mentally in the jungle, and one that's grown up next to the jungle, trained himself. I have to give it still to Black Panther. So over to 5, I have to give Hawkgirl the win against Spider-Man, because one hit from Hawkgirl, I think he's dead. That mace was meant to hit Superman, Wonder Woman, Shazam, and all those big guys, all of them. Even her Themyscira came in a cartoon series and started beating those heroes up with the weapons. So Hawkgirl has the advantage because of that mace. It's kind of like Thor on someone else, on some actual person that he can actually beat. Definitely. Lobo against Wolverine, I'm gonna give that a stalemate. So it's 1. So Justice League has 1 over the Avengers. Martian Manhunter against Giant Man, a definite win. So 2 over the Avengers. Atom against Wasp, I had to give this a tie because it could go actually either way. And now it's 3 over 3 over Avengers, Green Arrow versus Black Panther. Black Panther takes that, and actually I actually put a good matchup for Green Arrow because these two are gonna meet in the jungle. So Avengers 1, so it's 2 over 1, 2 to, so it's pretty much like 4 over 3, not 4 over 3, but like since there's so many ties, it'll be like 2 over 1. So Justice League wins by like 2 points or something like that. I forgot. But if I had to give this, it would still be the Justice League because Martian Manhunter will be there. And if Adam, I think Adam will eventually be Wasp. So Adam will be there. Argo will be there. Lobo and Wolverine will be at it still. Green Arrow versus Black Panther. That will go for a long time. But I think Black Panther will win. On that one. So Justice League 3. So it's 3 to 2 matchups, and Justice League wins again.